Welcome to Business Management and Entrepreneurship Sophomore Tours. I'm Mrs. Holtzinger, along with Mrs. Davis, and we are the instructors.
These are the career areas you can choose from under the Business Management and Entrepreneurship program. We will go through each of these areas and demonstrate some software or a simulation used in each area.
In accounting, you learn how to handle the financial or the money records of a business. You might work with accounts receivable or accounts payable and track the money going in and out of the business. In payroll, you learn to calculate paychecks for employees. Every business needs someone that knows accounting. Now we'll go to look at a demonstration of QuickBooks. I'm going to demonstrate QuickBooks software that is used in the computerized accounting class. This class is required in 3 of the 4 areas that we teach. QuickBooks is a popular accounting software used in industry, and a lot of small businesses use this software to enter their financial information. I have a file open with a project some of my students are currently working on. The company name is Rugged Cross Auto Detailing. And let's start on the Insights tab that will give us a graphical representation of our financial activities. We look at this project was in 2019. The income was $9,860 for June 2019. The expenses were a little over $4,000, represented in blue. If we look down here in the expenses section, we'll see this purple area is actually for rent expense, which is the most that our company had paid for that time period, the highest expense for that time period. Let's go to the home page, and I will create a sales receipt for, let's say, October 15th, 2020. And I will pick just a full exterior large car. Let's choose 200 of those to get a lot of income in there. And I'll save that and close it. And I'll come over here and write a check. And I think I'll change the date to the 17th and we'll see what happens. And let's write it to Smelter City Power and Gas. So we're paying our electric bill, let's say, and it might be $2,000. So I'll save and close that one. And let's go over to our Insights tab for the current month to date and notice how our graphs have changed. So we have 36,000 in income for the time period of October 2020, and our expenses were 2,000. And notice this is all purple because we've only paid rent or utilities expense in this time period. So you can see anytime you make a change here, go back and maybe pay write one more check to, let's say, Crown Property. So we'll pay our rent expense, and let's say it's $3,500 on the same date. And let's see how our graph has changed. So now that we can come over here, hover over this to see our rent expense was $3,500 and our utilities were $2,000. So that gives you a little bit of look into how you can automate your accounting records. In entrepreneurship, we teach you skills to start your own business. During your training, you will develop a business plan. You will have social media and web design training to incorporate into your business, and you will set up your company financial records. Now we will look at a demonstration of Stukent, which is a social media training simulation.
I'm going to show you the simulation we use for the social media for business class. This is a required class in the entrepreneurship program, and then it is an elective class in the other 3 programs. So in this simulation, you are going to be a social media marketing manager. So what you're going to be able to do is learn how to build social media marketing campaigns. You're going to promote the company's content through social media ads. and you're going to provide social media analytics. You are working for a company called Bowie. They create and supply bags. So all different types of bags, backpacks, purses, wallets, satchels at a reasonable price. So here you can kind of see the description of the company and then their fiscal overview, their goals. Next, we're going to go to the product section. So it's going to show you all of the products that they sell. So you can see all of it. They have backpacks, duffel bags, messenger bags, pouches, totes, and travel bags. Their market, this is who they market to. So when you're in this simulation, you're going to go through each of these characters, and it's going to tell you a little bit about their background. So here you can see the age is 18 to 26, a female, this is her income, and these are all of her interests. So it's important as you go through the simulation that you go through each one of your target market characters and learn about them, because that's who you're going to tailor your social media ad to. Next are the analytics section. So it's going to break down each of the social media avenues, and you can see those impressions, your likes and replies, how many clicks did they get, how many retweets did they get, did they gain new followers, did they make any money? You will be given $5,000 per week to schedule for your social media marketing campaign. Your goal is to spend as much as possible. You have that money, it's yours to use, so you want to make sure that you spend that $5,000. Gives you a goals section. Again, we want to spend the entire budget, spend it wisely. Our goal is to grow our brand, increase engagement. We obviously want to increase sales. Each week you'll have a memo, and it kind of just gives you a little scenario about what your goal from your boss is for that week. Here we'll come over to post, so it's kind of giving us some ideas about planning. And we're going to plan a post. So what we do first is we're going to select what we want to promote. And so these are all of the pictures, graphics, videos that we can choose from. Here you can come down and choose. Do you want a picture? Do you want a video? Are you doing a blog post? An image for a holiday? So we're just going to thumb through here. And let me find one. When you hover over the picture, it's going to give you the price. Some of them are more expensive. Some of them are not as expensive as others. So let's just choose this one. And here, this is called our ad copy. What we want to say to catch our viewers' attention so that they click on the image and shop and potentially buy the image. So what do we want to say here? So you kind of look at the picture and then you generate ad copy from that. Using capitalization sometimes will draw attention. So let's just say, take travel to an all new level with this awesome bag. Okay, sometimes ad copy is probably the hardest part, to be creative and get in there and think of things to say. Down here is where we can choose when we want to post it. Up here are the mediums that we can choose. So let's say we want to post this on Facebook. Yes. Do we want to promote it? So do we want to pay to have it advertised throughout Facebook? So you know how you're on Facebook and you see those advertisements that come through, or sponsored posts. That's the same thing. So let's just say yes. Remember, we have $5,000 that we want to spend. Okay, and now we get to choose who we want to promote to. So they can travel. So let's just say we want to promote to 25 years of age to 70. And we want to do all genders. They have an area of interest in travel, nature, hiking, these are kind of the tags that readers can search or viewers can search and find the different images. Let's say that we want to spend $500 on this. We can save this audience for future use. So let's just say, yes, we want to save it and we want to do travel one group. Okay, and let's say we want it to go out at a certain time. There are peak times that you can post on social media that are better than other times, which you'll learn about in this class. So let's say we want it to go out on a Tuesday around 8 o'clock, because that's when people are done with dinner, they're winding down, and they're ready to scroll social media. And then what we do is just schedule that post. Now, what we would do is come back in, we can choose other images on different platforms and continue this process until we get to our budget of $5,000. Remember, we want to spend that entire $5,000. And then we run the simulation and it gives us all these analytics, and it will show you this did really well, this post did not do really well. So you'll get to learn, maybe Facebook does better with images, and maybe YouTube does better with videos. So this is, again, just a simulated environment of learning how to use social media to create ad campaigns.
Next is Executive Administrative Assistant. Here you will learn skills to answer phones, how to set up business meetings, produce reports. You will prepare travel arrangements, and you'll also learn how to file and organize. Now we will look at a demonstration of travel arrangements recorded in Excel.
One of the projects in Executive Admin Assistant is a travel project. So students will go in and research a destination that their boss is going for a business trip. They have to find all of the flight information, all of the rental car information, the hotel information, restaurants, maybe attractions that are around when the boss has some downtime, and they create a document based on their findings. Once their boss has come back from the trip, he or she will hand them receipts from that trip. And it is the student's responsibility to come in and create an expense report like you're seeing here. So they have to log all of these expenses for each day that they were on their trip. And this is done in an Excel spreadsheet. What's really cool about Excel is that you can create formulas to track each expense. And that way, if you forgot something, let's say I forgot to add Thursday's toll in here. So watch this number right here when I input the toll for Thursday. Notice how it automatically changes because we have a formula set up here. So if I were to come down here, notice the formula for breakfast, and I want to add Sunday's breakfast in there. Watch that formula change. It'll also change the total as we go because, again, we have a formula set right here. So this would be a function of an executive administrative assistant to come in and create this expense report for their boss.
In the medical office area, you will learn skills to answer phones, how to schedule patient appointments, enter patient registration, and you'll also learn how to check patients in and out. Now we will look at a demo of electronic health records.
This is a sample of an electronic health records. Here we're going to be learning how to schedule an appointment for a patient. So what I'm going to do is just come over here on Monday at 9 a.m. and double click the spot that I want to schedule the patient. We want a patient visit. And let's just say this is a new patient visit. Chief complaint is, why is the patient coming in? So maybe they have a sore throat. and then I want to create a new patient. So this is going to pull up all of the demographic information. So I'm just going to make up a name. I'm going to work on filling in everything that has an asterisk. Those asterisks are required, and I'm just going to make up a birthday. Make up a home phone. Here we select which provider the patient is going to be seeing, what type of insurance they have, their ID number, who is in charge of the policy. So who is the policy holder? We're going to say Sally is the policy holder, a fake social security number, and that's really all we have to fill in here. We're going to click save. Notice that it brings all of this information down, and we need the start time. So again, we scheduled 9 a.m. A new patient usually lasts about an hour because they have to do a full workup, and then we hit save. And there you go. So this is just one of the things that you're going to learn how to do in one of our classes that contains electronic health records.
Now we will take you on a virtual tour of our classrooms.
We're going to give you a virtual tour of our classrooms. All students are a part of our student organization called Business Professionals of America. Here you can see we have a very roomy classroom. Each desk is equipped with dual monitors. This classroom houses the accounting students and the entrepreneurship students. We have a room that connects both classrooms, and we call this our team room. In here, groups can do team projects. They can work on individual assignments together if they need some help. We also have a station for our podcast taping. Our next room is Ms. Davis's room, and in here we house the medical office students and the executive administrative assistant students. And again, you can see that we've got nice desks that each have dual monitors on them.
Thank you so much for spending your time virtually with us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or a career counselor.